Okay, so looking at the examples for your 30, 60, 90 triangles for the Unit 5 Module 2 playlist, I want to make sure we're all clear on the rules about which leg has which rule, because you completed the table to the left with the 30, 60, 90s, and what I need you to understand is which leg has which measurement. So I want to go back up to the top, and if you can make notes on this triangle so you have them. If you were to draw your altitude in, which hopefully you did, it makes a 90-degree angle with the bottom. So remember, it's an equilateral triangle, which means it's equiangular, so each angle is 60 degrees. This altitude cuts this angle in half. If the total was 60, half of that is 30 degrees. So here's my 30, 60, 90 triangle. Using that, you can find the different leg lengths of the triangle. I'm going to be using 3 highlighter colors. I'm going to reference this side as the one touching the 30. It'll always be yellow. This is the side that touches your 60-degree angle. And then this is the side that's across from your hypotenuse, okay? So the pink is across from the 30. The yellow is across from the 60, and the green is across from the 90. So when we assign the rules, the pink one, the one across from the 30, is equal to x. Your hypotenuse is equal to 2x. And then the altitude is equal to x square root of 3. These are your rules, okay? The rules are the lengths of the legs. The x is the same in each case. It just determines what you do with the x. So let's look at our example 1 below, and let's highlight, okay? So the yellow one touches the 60 and the 90. Sorry, the pink one. The yellow one is the 30, and then the green one is always your hypotenuse. So if you want, let's go ahead and label them. This one's my hypotenuse in all your pictures. As we look, this one's the hypotenuse, and this is the hypotenuse. It asks you to find the hypotenuse there, AC and JL. If I go back with that leg, initially the one that's touching the 60, this one is the one that's touching the 60, that's NE. The one touching the 60, so this one labels 30, this is 90, that means this angle down here is the 60-degree angle, that's BC. And then down here is JK, that's the other 60. And then we had the ones touching the 30-degree angle. So like I said, this is 90, 60, that means this missing angle right here is the 30. This one labels the 60, so this side is the one touching the 30. And then AB touches the 30. See how it's the 30 degrees? And then KL is our last side. This is ED. I just want to get that done so we can get the highlighters completed and out of the way, so we can focus on the math that needs to be worked. So looking at my first one, we start easy, right? Easy to hard. So they gave me FE, that's the side that touches the 60. We labeled it pink, so in this case, if we reference back, the pink one is equal to x. So that means in this case that my x equals 8. So remember, the yellow, the DE, is equal to x square root of 3, so it's going to be 8 square roots of 3. So that means that ED is 8 square root of 3. The hypotenuse is going to be 2 times your x. Your x in this case is 8, so that means that my hypotenuse is 16. Looking at example 2, and reference back to the one we did before. If you need to take a minute and make sure you have your rules correct, then go ahead and do that. If we look at example 2, in this case, they gave me the hypotenuse. My hypotenuse is equal to 2x. That means we can say that 14 is equal to 2x. So now if we solve for x, you have to divide both sides by 2. We get that x equals 7. So if x equals 7, that means that the pink side is 7, NE is 7, and the yellow is 7 square root of 3 because it's x square root of 3. So I'm going to move it up. You just have to make sure that you're finding the x. So looking at example 3, they gave me this time the yellow side where it's x square root of 3. So this is equal to x square root of 3. If you want to get x by itself, you have to divide both sides by the square root of 3. They cancel out. You get that x is equal to 9. The pink side is just x, so this is 9. Your hypotenuse is 2x. So in this case, it's 2 times 9, which is 18. Okay? Looking at my last one, they gave you JK, which is the side touching the 60-degree angle. So that means that this is equal to x. So let's do the hypotenuse since it's easy. It's 2x, so it's 2 square root of 3. That's it. 2 square root of 3. Just now, instead of your x being a regular whole number, it's just a square root. So you just multiply 2 by the square root of 3. So we come down here to the side touching the 30, which is x square root of 3. So your x is square root of 3, and you're going to multiply it by the square root of 3. Our multiply rules say that 3 times 3 is 9, which simplifies. The square root of 9 is 3. So my KL side is just simply 3 once we simplify it.